So let's get more on this now with Mustafa Barghout. He's the Secretary General of the Palestinian National Initiative and joins us from Ramallah. It's good to speak to you, as always, on the News Hour. When it comes to these mediation efforts, how effective can mediators really be in this situation when you don't even have Israel or Hamas at the table right now?
Well, it all depends on the United States of America. United States is participating with Israel in this war in attacking Palestinians by sending 2,000 troops and providing them with aircrafts and weapons and huge bombs. If they want Israel to be restrained, they can restrain Israel. But I'm not sure if they want that. And without restraining Israel, of course, there will be no ceasefire. What is happening now on the ground is absolutely terrible. You are talking about war crimes beyond description. You're talking about genocide. You're talking about collective punishment. You're talking about an act of ethnic cleansing where people were displaced from the north and center of Gaza to the south in Rafah area and some of Khan Yunis area. And people are in terrible conditions. They don't have water, they don't have food, they don't have medicines. There are outbreaks of epidemics. And the total number of casualties is shocking. We're talking about no less than 16,214 people killed. And if we count the people under the rubble, probably this number would be 22,000 people killed, including no less than 9,000 children. It is unacceptable, but that would not have happened if the world did not have turned its back to Palestinians and allow Israel to completely dehumanize them all and conduct these terrible three-war crimes.
Mustafa, you mentioned in that answer that you don't think that they want to restrain Israel. Why do you think the reason is for that?
I think there is a division inside the American administration. It is clear, and I think Biden is growing more worried about the fact that this war that he entered with Israel, hoping it will bring him the success in the future elections in the United States, that this war could cost him the elections. And so there are different opinions inside the administration, but you see also people in this administration, including the state secretary and the secretary of defense, declaring continuously that Israel has the right to continue this terrible bombardment and continue killing the civilians, which means continue to kill the civilians. And this is not an attack on Hamas, as they claim. It is an attack on the whole Palestinian population of Gaza. So I think the United States administration is between two pressures. From one side, there is this camp that is fully and totally supportive of Israel, and the other camp which is worrying about the public opinion in the United States, the majority of which is against the American policy in this region.
It's difficult to tell right now if any of that American pressure is actually being felt by Netanyahu and his war cabinet. But do you think that he feels any pressure from the families of the hostages who are still there, as well as the hostages that he has met with, who have been released, who have been very critical of him and of the Israeli military, saying that they felt threatened and scared when they heard about Israel possibly flooding those Hamas tunnels and killing the hostages?
I think the families of the Israeli prisoners know very well what Netanyahu is about to do. Netanyahu is using this formula that the Israeli army has developed, Hannibal formula, which means they should kill the Israeli prisoners rather than negotiate about exchange of prisoners. And it is clear that Netanyahu now intends, as he did before, to continue his airstrikes without caring about what might happen to the Israeli prisoners. I think he knows very well that he would be killing them if he continues this attack and this war. But he doesn't care. Something major happened in Israel. It's not just that it is drowning in racism and anti-Palestinian propaganda to the maximum. It is actually moving in the direction of fascism. The fascism that we see in their behavior against Palestinians in Gaza, but also in the West Bank. I was horrified yesterday when I saw a video of the Israeli soldiers harassing a disabled man in Hebron, harassing him, pushing him, and then shooting him from the distance of 0 for no reason. This is the kind of behavior that we face here. Every Israeli soldier, every policeman, every settler feels that they have the right and they have the green light to shoot Palestinians and kill them with no accountability whatsoever. And this is exactly the same behavior of this Israeli government. Only Nazi government would behave in such a manner. And that's exactly what Netanyahu is about.
Exactly. Mustafa Barghouti, as always, appreciate you speaking to us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.